Hello, welcome again. This is the Crypto Otaku. Let's get this show on the road. Hello, R3A. Welcome to the show. Yeah, this is their first time here. I am a chaotic crypto otaku, yeah, just got off work. We're in the red today, aren't we? But you know what? Right before the show started, we started moving right back up, right breaking out of 69K. Defending our previous all-time high. Let's freaking go. I have a whole bunch of stuff to unpack today. I kind of wanted to dig out some of my previous predictions from last year and see kind of where we're at holding up, because man, it's been a crazy wild ride. No one could have thought that we would ever hit the all-time highs right before halving. And here we are. Yeah, just kind of going in through what my quick little thumbnail predicted, right? So when I got that idea was $80,000, $80,000 rebound, right? Damn. Oh yeah, we're in the red every day here, actually. But you know, green in our mind because we know where Bitcoin's going. But yeah, so before the show started, I kind of saw this kind of play out in my head. We've been in this kind of measure move pattern ever since the ETFs launched, right? So look at this. This is ridiculous. It's just a giant phallic symbol up. You're just moving on up. We're not coming down. But what I noticed was that we've been having these measured moves ever since the ETF launched. Here, we had like 2 down days ever, or 2 down weeks. And since then, we've had these measured moves. And it's probably just to shake us out. Shake out the weak hands, right? Well, what I saw here was, yeah, this is the same exact pattern, week after week after week, ever since we got into March. So what I did was I just kind of took the same measured move from here to there, and it pretty much puts us up about 80,000 by the end of next week. So, I mean, obviously we're still getting inflows into the ETF. This is not slowing down. It's getting crazy. So this is just an idea I had. Whether it plays out, you know, I've been saying I've been right about half the time the last few weeks. I remember when we had that 73K move. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna wake up. It's gonna be 73K. Boom, there it was. And then 74K didn't play out as much as I had hoped. Instead, we had this down day or two. But I mean, if you really zoom out and look at this is nothing. This is nothing. No need to be fudding the market, and I've got tons and tons of FUD to share too. At least that's what people are trying to spread. You gotta see through it, but we've only been down for like a few days now. It's only been 2 days maybe? Yeah, the 14th is when we dipped to the 15th, which is today. Why are we spacing this? We should be celebrating. You know, we are all alone, R3A. I feel like I'm talking to a robot. Yeah, R3A. R2D2. Oh boy. Yeah, we are all alone. And that's kind of why I'm out here doing this thing. Please like and subscribe, do all the things, because I'm trying to meet more people like you that get it. We are alone. We really are. We are still a very tiny percent of the population that even understand what's going on day to day. Oh yeah, it is a crazy world out there. But anywho, everything's just kind of starting to swing back a little bit. Again, within the last hour or two before the stream started. Even Jasmine's coming back. Look, everyone's got a kind of a down and up. I just keep saying the same thing every day now. It seems like every time we have these down days, it's always down and up, down and up, down and up. All these charts, down and up, down and up. Don't even need to look, down and up. Yeah, that's kind of where we're headed. Solana though, man, dang, you cannot stop this. Even with, you know, the current downward spiral. Holy shit. 183 on Solana. Nuts. I appreciate that, R3A. I like to keep it very positive, very hopium centric, because you know why? Because every single day in this world we're surrounded by the future, which is unsettling. It's a dystopian future that we're living in. This is it. This is reality. And Bitcoin is our knight in shining armor, or like I like to call it, my Bitcoin-chan, my waifu in shining armor, I guess. So yeah, that's what's going on. This is kind of what I see in store for Bitcoin and some of the other stuff down. Oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I put a lot of time and effort. Believe it or not, this was not even my plan to do a show. I just got so sick and tired trying to orange pill my friends and family over the last 3 years that I just kind of gave up. And I started this show. But yeah, I wanted to kind of unpack a whole bunch of stuff's going down. We covered this back in January. It's Costco. Costco's selling out on gold bars. Why are we selling out on finite things, right? Well, not, I would say scarce things. Gold's not finite. We know this. Only one thing in the entire world is finite that we know of. and that is Bitcoin, of course. 21 million. So yeah, this happened again. Another sellout of these gold bars have been chilling at Costco now for, I think it actually started before the holiday season last year. Damn. R3A wants to see the studio, right? The studio, I guess I'll call it that. Yeah, it's a bit of a scrambled up mess. Yep. So this is my studio here in the dystopian future. That is 2024. Don't you forget, we're living in a world where I keep forgetting where we're at. $34.5 trillion in debt. It's a silly number. It's a silly number. But yeah, this is where we're at. And yeah, that's just the world we live. Though, oh man, I'm jumping all over the damn slide now. Anywho, yeah, party mode. I've been working on this control center here. Do all the things, but it's hard to stop it from crashing. Anywho, yeah, there's a lot to unpack today. Gold bars, yeah. So, unfortunately, people that are not informed enough to know what's going on with crypto and Bitcoin, crypto assets in general, and the future of digital currency, they're flocking to this silly gold thing. And don't get me wrong, it's going to maintain some of its value, right? But we know that nothing outpaces Bitcoin, right? All hail the glory of Michael Saylor and of yours truly, the goddess, Kathy Wood. We know that time in the market is more important than timing the market. And we know that, of course, Bitcoin, there is no second best, right? Everyone knows. Everyone has been orange pilled by the greats. Know that you cannot just go diving into gold anymore. But yeah, here's just kind of the quick. Oh wow, gold actually dipped today too. Look at this. Wow, interesting. Yeah, because I thought we were on the precipice, Peter Schiff. I thought we were on the precipice of a gold breakout. No, actually, what we're actually seeing is gold ETFs selling off into Bitcoin ETFs. It's freaking awesome. I actually work at McDonald's, my guy. Yeah, I actually work at McDonald's. Gotta make those tendies, man. My God. Yeah, we dive into a little bit of everything around here. I, of course, like to show my own bags, right? The great success that I've seen over the years in my own projects that I shill. But I am open to anything. Anything that is... that has true potential and utility, right? So, like the doggy coins, right? There isn't really much utility. There's a pretty coin, for example, right? It's not a Bitcoin. It's just a piece of memorabilia, right? It does nothing. You could probably sell it to someone for $1 or $2. But then there's a Pez dispenser, right? A Bitcoin Pez dispenser, that. But what does it do? It actually gives me a candy, right? So it has utility. It has some sort of function. And that's what I'm all about here on this channel, is predicting the Apples, the Amazons, the Microsofts of the future, right? We're in it for the long haul and to make money. We're not here to make money on the memes, right? The memes. Yeah, the memes. But it is entertaining it nonetheless to watch it. So I entertain it. Why not? We don't talk about the big bags, how much are in the big bags, right? We don't talk about that. A bit, yeah, quite a lot. I've been in for crypto for only 3 years, so I got in the last bull run. Just a quick history on the channel. I actually have I've actually mapped up every single main event for Bitcoin over the last 3 years. It's kind of a psychoanalysis of mine. But yeah, I dive into this a little bit every once in a while. If you look into my chart for a bit, I've got all of these event pins that have happened in my life since I started with Bitcoin. Yeah, so we had the Wuhan flu, right? the beer crisis, the great beer crisis of 2020. That we all had extra time, right? Extra time to get in, do some research, and then my large first entry was actually down here at 31,000, 31, 32. I think it's more like 32. To be honest, 32, 33. And then, even when El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in El Salvador, kept up with everything, every major thing. Then we had the Terra Luna collapse. We had the crypto lender Celsius collapse, right? FTX files for bankruptcy. That was back in November of 2022. And then, we had the biggest dip of all, the mother of all dips, which I definitely dealt my bag's doing greatly in there, which is about 16,000. And then, we had the great banking collapse. We've gone through a lot. We have gone through a lot. Sorry, R3A. I do not invest in those stonks. I do not. There's just so much has happened, right? Global banks started to begin to collapse back in March, about this time last year, and we're already starting to see the kind of the unraveling of the banks right now. I got a couple things to actually go over on that, as there's plenty of doom and gloom with the U.S. economy and the banks. Don't forget.
Some time we've been doing that, and this is a problem that we'll be working on for years more. I'm sure there will be bank failures, but this is not the big banks. If you look at the very big banks, it's not a first order issue for any of the very large banks. It's more smaller and medium sized banks that have these issues.
So we're just going to let all the small and medium sized banks fall, according to Jerome Powell. It's insane. Jupe is good, man. Jupe was awesome. It's proven itself to be a hell of a dex on Solana, right? I am super bullish on Solana. I've got a big bag of Solana. I like to shill, and for good reason. Solana's freaking awesome. It's super fast. It's got the lowest fees in the whole damn ecosystem. And every layer 2 is doing things in a big way, and it's more open to development. It's like Ethereum was back in 2021. That's how I look at it. Solana's huge, and there were a lot of naysayers. Actually, back on this chart, I actually pinned when Solana actually started to flip quite a bit after it had a partnership trial run with Visa. Man, that was a long time ago. Where did I put that pin? Oh, right there probably. Oh my god. When was that? Back in September? Yeah, about September last year, and then boom, it's been up since. A lot of people were, and there's a reason why, right? A reason why. Please look at Solana Venture, another project which is rising back. Again, in the Guardian network. Venture, huh? I don't think I've even heard of that. There's too many damn coins in the space, man. Oh my god, too many. Let's take a look at Venture real quick. Oh, I got a ton of news to still unpack too. R3A is talking about Venture. It's backed by Kraken. That sounds optimistic. Venture coin, is that the one? VC. About turtle. I don't think this is it. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, my man. I've never heard of that, or the Guardian network for that matter. That token does look familiar though. It looks kind of like everything else in the past few days, really. Not too bad. It's got plenty of room to go back to its all-time high of 80 cents, or 98 cents a dollar, something like that. Interesting. Oh, FTX collapsed it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to get into, was how Solana was, all the naysayers on Solana, just because it was affiliated with, our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried, which we do have in the news today. I don't know if you've seen that. Sam Bankman-Fried, and it's, man, where did I put, there's so many articles I was gonna cover today. I don't think I'm gonna have time tonight. There's so many things going on, like Paris Hilton and Roblox now. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? This world's so freaking weird. Holy crap. Oh yeah, $1 million, $11 billion judgment against Sam Bankman-Fried, 40 and 50 years in prison. I think he needs it. I think he could really use that solidarity. Oh god. Yeah, prosecutors are asking for a sentence of 40 to 50 years for the former CEO bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX and convicted fraudster. Don't forget, fraudsters and hucksters in the space, right? And even though the SEC had the most meetings with this freaking exchange and Sam Bankman-Fried, we're worried about fraudsters elsewhere, right? Okay. Anyway, 116-page government sentencing memorandum submitting to Judge Lewis Kaplan on March 15th recounts. Bang. I just blew that all up. Recounts Bankman-Fried's activities in detail, focusing on 5 points. All the things he's done. We all know what he's done. We all know what he was doing. He was manipulating the price action of Bitcoin. He was, money laundering and everything else. So, yeah, let's just throw him away, locked up. The key. I can't believe we're still talking about this guy. Like, it's been so long. Oh man. Oh, what project is that? You're talking about Gary still? Gary has 200 million users? Really? Wow, that's actually a lot for a blockchain these days. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. But don't forget, $34.5 trillion in debt in this goddamn country. We don't have to worry about that though, because if you're in the know, right? Just like R3A is, and myself, we know that some bigger things are coming with the Bitcoin halving in 35 days, 3 hours, 38 minutes, and 12 seconds until the 420 blaze it. Bitcoin halving. It'll be here before we know it. I mean, every single day it's getting closer and closer. It's barely a month away. It's barely a month away. And it's actually sooner than the April 20. I just like to use that because we were hoping it was going to land on 420. I think it's more like 8th or the 10th, which is even better. But anywho, yeah, this is going to be a buy the news, sell the event, buy the rumor, sell the news event, yada, yada, yada. And then Bitcoin will go up insane in the future because there's only 21 million Bitcoin. We already know there's about 4 or 5 million lost. We know that the institutions are gobbling it all up. And yeah, it's coming. Big things are coming. All right. So U.S. New York City Bank Bancorp is still in the news about its sudden crash in stock and potential buyout. Let's kind of see where they're at right now. And so NCYP, what is it? NYCP, Bancorp. We're gonna have to go to Google because, oh no, I actually showed that on Brave. That's awesome. It looks like they are having a little bit of a retracement, but not much. They still went from a $10 stock bank to a $3 or $4. Oh God. Yeah, that was a huge drop off. And just kind of keeping an eye on this because this is going to start another bank collapse and ultimately a bank run. So, damn. Yeah, I'll definitely look more into that Gary. For sure, R3A. There's just so many coins. What else are you bullish on though? Because in the top 100, there's so many things to choose from, and then beyond that, the S coins, the ones that maybe haven't been truly discovered yet, the ones that have $1 million, $2 million market cap. I mean, those are definitely up there. What's the market cap on your Gari? Let's see what Gari's at. Kind of derailing this for some fun tonight. Why not? I don't even see it listed in Gari Network. There we go. Oh, damn. It's a $39 million market cap. That's really small. Interesting. Largest Web3 live streaming platform. That's really cool. I mean, this is something we don't really talk about yet. Solana's coming out with their what was it, their chat integration or whatever. It's going to be Soul Chat or something like that. There's all these new Web3, right? Web3 developments that we're going to see the internet eventually evolve into. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, there's so many blockchains, man. So many layer 2s, so many projects. I'll definitely keep that on my radar. Someone told me about Seller the other day. I actually bought a bag of Seller too after that. That's another, yeah, it could be a move in the future, but yeah, it is definitely fluctuating for sure. Alrighty, any changes in the market cap? Anything rumbling around in the top 10? Looks like Avalanche is down on number 10 now. Doge is 9. I don't think anything's really changed or flipped yet. Waiting for inevitably Doge to take over Cardano. Man, this is nuts. These dog coins, man. I can't believe Shiba Inu is going back to 11. Holy crap. Outpacing Chainlink too. I was super bullish on Chainlink. I still am. I think there's a lot of potential there, but there's so many other potential coins doing the same kind of Oracle solutions. So I don't know. It's gonna be cool to see interoperability though. Man, there's just so many things to go over. Did you see that? I'm not sure if you're a big fan of XRP or if you're kind of done with that narrative. But he came out, Brad Garlinghouse came out today on the news. He was asked about Ripple and an ETF.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and
would
I think
eventually
it's
be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening.
Flip the switch.
I'll believe it when I see it. But I just love that video. It's so troll. I don't think XRP is going to flip that switch anytime soon. Or if there even is a switch to the flip. God, I've been holding that freaking stable coin for so long. Oh, man. Oh, maybe one day it'll have its day. When the SEC gets off their boot off their neck, which is actually happening a week from today, next Friday, the SEC is going to request additional documents, and then the judge is going to either allow them to appeal or not. So we'll see what happens with XRP. Oh, there's so many crazy stuff going on today. Meanwhile, this woman is convincing the SEC to approve the ETH, DOT, XRP, and Chainlink spot ETFs by May of 2024. That's the same deadline as ETH final deadline for BlackRock. With Gazagas that big? Damn. I think that might happen. Well, I mean, to each their own, I guess. We can't judge. But yeah, then we can resume the alt season. According to Ash Crypto on Twitter. Sweet. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff popping up on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen this yet either. Yours truly, Biden.
Yes, it's true. I may just be too old for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. I tried to get some today. I downloaded MetaMask, then funded it from Coinbase, then went to the Bitcoin website to get the contract, accepted the truth, then got completely lost. What has Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Teninu got to do with buying Bitcoin?
Oh, someone help this man with a hardware wallet. Yeah. Too bad. Yeah, he got distracted by Obama, Sonic, Bitcoin. Inu, Obama, Sonic, Harry Potter, Nino. That freaking thing. Biden, what are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with you, sir? But yeah, and then also Vanguard. If you're keeping up with the ETFs, we know that Vanguard opted out They opted out, and the CEO is still talking about it, about how they're holding strong and they're not gonna give in to the Bitcoin ETFs. It's nuts. Yeah, I think someone needs her number, right? Give me her number. Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely want to sleep in those pillows. Anywho, this is Vanguard CEO Tim Buckley on whether or not they want to go for a spot Bitcoin ETF like everyone else is, because apparently people don't like money.
Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes.
Yep.
Why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone's saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So, like we mentioned stocks, you're buying the forward earnings of a company.
That's right.
And that bond, right,
has coupon and principal payments.
yeah, you're going to pay me back and you're paying me something for lending you the money.
Exactly.
Right, so they both can be valued. And that's, for us, we understand why they would rise up in a portfolio and the role they will play, and we can model them.
Oh my god, they're so like pig-headed. Are you kidding me? And Michael Saylor said it best the other day. It was a few days ago. I think it was like Tuesday.
City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it. They're buying the real estate because they expect
because they want to sell it eventually, Michael. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people who are, yes, sure, some people pass it on to their children, but like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit. So let me say it a different way.
Okay. People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What are you, stupid?
Yep. And that's just what's going to happen. People are just going to go broke. You can only lead a horse to water, right? You can't make it drink. It's as old as the oldest saying out there. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So that's what's popping off on X right now. It's been pretty wild, pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. Every single day, every single week. We just can't stop. We just can't stop, won't stop. Insane. And then, of course, I just want to cover up the pleb news, right? The people's news, the sheeple. And yeah, that is Bitcoin falls below 70K overnight. Oh no, the end of the world. Holy crap, we're going to zero. Ah! And yeah, that's what they're doing.
$70,000 to end the week. MicroStrategy.
Whoa. Whoa. So yeah, thank you, CNBC. You stating the obvious for us. That'd be great. Oh man. Yeah, it's just been a wild ride. Damn. Oh Jesus. Mask, Polygon, Chain Coin. Huh. I'm not sure of that one either, man. You're pulling a lot of rabbits out of your hat tonight. A lot of stuff I've never even heard of. But there's so many coins. Have you heard of a little coin called Jasmine, my friend? Oh my god. This coin is a little coin that could blow up your bags in a big way. I'm really excited for this one. I'm shilling it tonight, as all I do almost every night. Jasmine, Internet of Things, IoT platform, partnerships with so many companies in Japan. In Japan, recently averted their recession, right? They announced they were going into recession 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then this week they came out and they said, "Oh, sorry, we actually we're fine. We're not going to go into recession." Meanwhile, the UK still is, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the future of Jasmine in their country, and I mean, there's so many applications for it: medical, rideshare, advertising. There's so much crazy stuff going on. You invest, R3A says, you invest in real project only Web3 which have real use. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's exactly what I believe in too, man. I only have one guilty pleasure, and that's Corgi AI. I have a soft spot for corgis, as I'm a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, right? And yeah, and the late queen and her flock of corgis. But anywho, Qatar, right? We're still talking about Qatar. Are they getting in? Are they in or are they out? Because it's getting a little late here. Getting a little late in the cycle. Bitcoin still is now producing all-time highs. What do we do in Qatar? Apparently the rumor was Max Kaiser supposed to be a whistleblower on this, that Mr. 100 was Qatar. But now we're getting mixed messages that it wasn't Qatar. I'm not sure what Max was talking about, to be honest. So yeah, the Mr. 100 thing's still going on as a mystery. Apparently the 14th largest Bitcoin holder. The 14th largest. I'm certainly not a whale. But you know what? In the future, if you have anything but zero, you're going to be good. You're going to be in a better place than you are today. And when it comes to that, yeah, so we still don't know who Mr. Bitcoin 100 is. Rumors are it's probably Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk, one of the great billionaires, because no one else has that kind of money to just keep popping it off. So yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad how much money that this wallet has accumulated over the last 2 years. Oh yeah, it's still a mystery. Maybe one day we'll find out. Another big thing that happened this week. Well, we did pass silver at one point this week, but other than that, we had the Bitcoin treasuries, right? The Bitcoin treasury report. A big thing happened today. El Salvador came out. El Salvador came out and says they have thousands more Bitcoin than they previously had told us about. And they're coming out with a clean, open, unprivate balance sheet. And this is huge because not only are they coming out and saying, hell, we have a lot more than you thought, almost double actually. If you look here at the Bitcoin treasuries, El Salvador is now sitting at 5,689. It may not seem like much for a single country, since we consider, China's 190,000, United States at 215,000, mostly due to accumulations, Bitcoin mining in China, and then Silk Road assets being retained by the U.S. government. But this is just them changing the way they do business in El Salvador back in 2021, right? This changed their entire economy, their entire way of life. And I can't wait to see where El Salvador goes from here. But yeah, this was just 2,500 as of yesterday. And now we know the truth, how much they're holding. And they're not hiding it. Like the American government, we have the black projects, we have the military spending budget, and then we have the unknown, right? The unknown part of our spending. And we know we're spending $95,000 every second. Every second. Why? Because Congress told us. They told us last week. They're spending too much money. We can't go on like this forever. We're already $34.5 trillion in debt, and it's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. It's insane. Oh yeah. So the Corgi meme R34. R34, R3A. You're like a droid. R3A. Yeah, the Corgi meme I was talking about, it's kind of a meme. It's also it's considered like the crypto Corgi AI, right? Corgi AI. It's kind of like an AI cafe meme project. It may aspire to something eventually. I haven't really even done a deep dive on it yet, but something I had to pick up some last year. Crypto. Yep, market cap, Corgi AI. I don't expect it to go anywhere. This is like this is some throwaway money I had with the holidays. Oh my god. It hasn't really done much since then either. Yeah, a little bit since beginning of the year. Oh, maybe a little bit more than a little. Oh my god. But anyway, here is Corgi AI, claiming to be the community-driven AI project centered around the creation of a tight-knitted community with one objective in mind: to unleash the power of togetherness and build tools to enable the ultimate community. It's a social club, right? So I call it the Corgi AI Cafe, right? AI Cafe project. who knows? It might evolve into something later down the road. We never thought Shiba Inu would ever amount to anything, right? And then they came out with all these programs. I still don't really believe in that product. I mean, if any meme coin has any utility, it might be Sheeb, but I don't invest in meme coins anymore. Anywho, R3A says you should shill your video in Corgi. Your subscribers will increase. Interesting. Yeah. I could shill my corgi fetish. Yep. So many things going on. This game firm in Hong Kong. I thought this was interesting. A game firm in Hong Kong starts investing in Bitcoin, like Michael Saylor, and now like Coinbase is now too. And shares in Hong Kong online gaming firm Boya, I'm not sure how you pronounce that in the native tongue. Interactive has soared 318% over the past month after the firm approved a $100 million initiative to allocate $45 million corporate funds into Bitcoin. Everyone's figuring out the unlimited money code. Damn it! Stop it! You can't do this for everyone. Yeah, so now everyone's pulling a Michael Saylor. Even other countries have figured out. Oh well. I guess the jig is up. We're just gonna have to keep orange pilling everyone. Oh man, yeah, it's just been nuts. Where's Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin is sitting at a really close 70K. Look at that, 69,738. We're getting back. We're coming right back. We'll be back at 71 probably before the end of the night. I mean, we're talking after hours right now. Like no one's. Well, Michael Saylor did say he might be purchasing right now. It'd be a good time. He did say he does most of their purchases for MicroStrategy on the weekends. So this could be interesting over the next few days. You should shill your video in Corgi. Our subscriber will increase. Why only look at charts? And the webpage. You're talking about like on the white paper? We just look over white pages. We can do some deep dives that probably put people to sleep though. We look in the white pages on some of these projects. But I'm all for that kind of stuff. It's just, man, the Gen Zs, right? That's my target audience. I'm trying to get Gen Z mainstream adoption orange pilled. That is the goal. We need to save the future generations. Why? Why do we need to save the future? Because they're screwed. Without Bitcoin, without crypto, in general crypto, because Bitcoin, it might be too late for the majority of Gen Z. But without that, they're screwed. They're never going to be able to buy a home. Never going to be able to leave the country or move or do anything in a meaningful way. I feel so bad for that generation. And it's kind of out of our hands now. Jerome Powell said it best on 60 Minutes a few weeks ago. I think it was sometime last month. He said this.
Fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
We're borrowing from future generations. Is everybody gonna be able to buy a home? We're gonna have 30-year car loans here soon, man. This is how crazy it's just getting. Damn. You're Gen Z? Really? Oh wow. Nice. 22 years old. Nice, man. You're my target audience. Yeah, I've talked to a few of my friends that are Gen Z, and honestly, I'm surprised you're into this type of content, especially live streams, because he said that his generation do not have the attention span for anything less than TikTok or YouTube Shorts, right? So, and I kind of believe it, but I also think there's different types of people. There's more people with more attention span out there. So, I think there's some hope. There's some hope left. We just got to get them involved, man. Hopefully you're making some money. I really hope that you're making some gains for sure, man. Because it's rough out there. Especially if you're working at, freaking retail or fast food. These chains aren't paying enough. And if you're in California, I mean, you're making like $20 an hour, yeah. Or maybe some of the more higher end areas, you're making $20 an hour, maybe New York. But it's not enough. Unless you're living scot-free, no rent with your parents. You can't. It's so hard to save money right now. I'm trying to do $5 a day in Bitcoin as we go up higher and higher and higher, but at some point, you're not gonna be able to invest anymore. It's gonna be out of our reach. Yep, Gen Z's love the TikTok. That's why they're banning it, man. They're banning it. They're backing them into a corner. I wonder if they're doing this on purpose to try to get Gen Z to pay attention. Just pay attention to what's going on. Because yeah, Congress right now, they're not doing anything for the people. They're reading off a script for the lobbyists. I remember when we had Jerome Powell was being interviewed by Congress. They were talking to him about the bank collapses, and some of those people are more worried about cattle. They're like reading a script about how do you think it's going to affect the cattle industry? What the fuck cares about cattle? We're talking about the banks collapsing. Are you crazy? God, people are losing their goddamn minds. Shoot, man. R3A says to look at the Gari webpage. Man, you're really pushing this Gari project for sure, man. I'll entertain it because you never know what could really happen. And I like the idea. Again, I like the idea that Web3 is developing solutions for Web 2, right? Web 1, Web 2 projects. I mean, we're streaming right now on our essentially Web 2 project, on a Web 2 platform, right? YouTube. There's going to be things bigger and better than YouTube at some point. Now, the big question is, that bigger and better thing, is it going to get bought out by Google? Is it going to get bought out by, Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it? Like, we just keep playing the monopolies, and I get so mad on this stupid system we live in. We're going to let the corporations run the world. We're going to live in this damn freaking dystopian future every single day. We're never going to break out. I might as well just be living in the freaking Matrix. I might as well. Everything's a simulation. Alrighty. I am looking for the Gari crypto webpage. God. 4 cents right now. Trading. Gari Network. Home of the Gari Network. Gari.network. Man, their website is taking a minute to pop up. Ooh, they got staking. I do like me some staking. Do like steak, right? Jesus. 200 million downloads. So I don't know, man. 200 million downloads is different from 200 million users, though. But they do have a list of really good partnerships. So Radium's, I've heard good things about Radium, KuCoin, OKX, Crypto.com. Not a big fan of Crypto.com, but they're coming back in the spotlight. Their CEO actually was interviewed today. I was going to cover that as well. We'll get into that after we take a look at this, though. They have and more partners. Damn. I can see why they hate Gate.io though. MEXC. Ooh. Is it only available on MEXC right now? I assume. That's usually how these projects usually start out. MEXC or Uniswap or something like that. Well, it's probably trading on KuCoin too. Yeah, so that's cool. What's some of their use cases? There's a Gari white paper. Talk about reading white papers. We could dive into the white paper. I really should do a deep dive on this and just do a video, to be honest. The Gen Zers really do like these deep dives into different projects. So yeah, maybe this will be another video I can kind of put out for you. Gari investor page. Ooh, really? Who's investing in this? Ooh, is that Galaxy Digital? There's Republic. There's Kraken, GBIC, Borderless Capital, Blackpine, Long Term, Coin Fund, Valor Equity, Solana Capital. This is a Solana backed project, isn't it? Or a Solana is a layer 2? No. Interesting. Well, I definitely need to start doing some deep dives into some of these individually and just put out some videos. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the heads up. That's a really interesting project. Let's see what their roadmap is real quick. $300,000 Solana grant. Yep. So they're backed by Solana. 4 million. Are they doing any airdrops? Yeah, there we go. Airdrop for Jump. They already did it. The Jump start. When was this? There's no dates on here. I'm not sure what that time frame was. Back in January 2022. This has been getting off the rails for a long time, though. 2021 to 2024. Definitely not a new chain. That's for sure. Staking on Aptos. That's cool. Audio chat. All right, so this is something here too that. So are they the ones that are going to be basically troubleshooting or testing Solana chat? Like, is this going to be integrated into the Gari network? That's what we're curious about, because yeah, Solana did come out about a soul chat, right? And it sounds like this is kind of a similar thing. Dating and beyond. I mean, that's crazy. Yep, that's crazy. $110 million airdrop Bonk gave to Gari holders. Oh, they were part of the Bonk airdrop? I got some Bonk from the airdrop. I saw it a long time ago, though. Yeah, I mean, I still think it's an interesting project, for sure. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll save that and tab it for another video, because yeah, we gotta get going. There was crypto.com, right? I wanted to kind of jump into crypto.com CEO. Oh, I had that pinned here somewhere today. It's gone. It is gone, like the wind. I might have to go back to that later. But basically, the CEO of Crypto.com was on the news. No, it wasn't this one. Yeah, here it is.
Initiating a crypto rating this week with a bullish call for the sector. Analysts at the firm expecting the total crypto market cap to reach $7.5 trillion by 2025. Joining us right now is Crypto.com.
Apparently, Crypto.com is bullish.
Good morning to you.
As they should be.
Let's start here. If $7.5 trillion, what is the current market cap of crypto right now? Bitcoin is what, about 1.5?
About that, yes. So we are looking at roughly 3xing the entire market, according to the analysts, over a period of, say, 18 months.
And we've been talking this morning, and really all week, or maybe in the last several weeks. Obviously, Bitcoin's been on this remarkable run, as has Ethereum and so many of the other currencies. We can discuss whether they should be described as currencies or what they should be described as. But when you see this type of move, how much of this is literally just a supply-demand issue that's being created by the halving of Bitcoin, but maybe more importantly, the ETF market, and how much of it is something else, meaning it has to do with what you think the Fed is going to do, or what the economy is doing, or what the NASDAQ is doing?
I think the move is predominantly driven by the inflows from the Bitcoin ETFs. This is a very successful product, and there's a problem of supply side, so it has to be reflected in the price.
What do you make of this move down, though, even in the past couple of days? What is that suggestive of?
I think it's a healthy move.
We're going to 10K!
Build up in the system. And what we want to avoid is sudden, super aggressive spikes. We would really like to see steady inflows into the industry, into Bitcoin and other coins that will allow us to have about 12 to 18 months.
Can you figure out, though, Chris, what's happening? Literally in the past 24 hours, we've gone from, call it $73,000 to $67,000.
Five.
Was that a function of the retail market selling actual Bitcoins, or was that institutions selling the ETF product? What do you see, given the flows that you see, actually happening behind the scenes?
Right, so we sit on a ton of proprietary data, so we can look back at what happened in 2021 cycle from retail perspective and compare it to what's happening now. Looking at the data and the intent as the signal from retail side, we are probably in December 2020, January 2021. We're seeing this kind of metrics, right? So I think this is predominantly driven by what's happening in the options market and.
Yeah. We know. It's all the ETFs basically, and I want to dive into that quick as well. The ETFs, as of right now, we don't have in the latest buy-ins from BlackRock yet, but up to March 15th. It's probably up to the 14th. Yep, we don't have the 15th in yet. But if I were to guess, it's probably somewhere in between these two, since we were kind of down. Maybe even like 3,000 or 4,000. I would be surprised if it was any less than that in terms of inflow. So that would still put BlackRock at like 230,000 Bitcoin or more. 230,000 Bitcoin in just 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Not even actually. I think the ETF launched in January 15th. So it's only been 2 entire months, and not even total trading sessions either in those months because the business days were cut by all these silly, government holidays. But yeah, MicroStrategy is still sitting at 205. We've knocked him out of the water. I'm sorry, Michael Sauer. We can't get back. I'm sorry. You can't keep up with BlackRock because they're using you. They're using you. Maybe not you, R34, R34A, 3A4. Oh my God, your name. 3A. Maybe not you, but humanity's money, right? Where they're using our money. And they're giving cash back when you settle. All the ETFs are doing the same thing. It's the name of the game. And yeah, it's just silly, crazy nonsense. You got to get your money off the exchanges. Good question, actually, for the chat. Do you have your money on the exchanges? I want to know because, you don't want to be part of. Remember, I just went over, the pins earlier. I've kind of tracked over the years for Bitcoin. And all these exchanges that collapsed, Celsius, the Terra Luna collapse. I mean, we had the FTX collapse. What was the other one? I'm forgetting the third big one last year. Actually, 2 years ago. And then we even had Binance USA. Remember that went away, and you had so much time to get your money off of Binance USA when that fell through with the SEC sued them. The big thing is, if you want to trade, that's fine, but just take majority off. Maybe leave like 10% or less. The less the better on these exchanges, because you don't want to get stuck. You don't want to get stuck if, say, for some reason, SEC goes after Coinbase again, like they did the last 2 years, right? We had to go through another thing, and then they start delisting tokens, and then they give you an X amount of time, and you don't get your money off the exchanges again. You don't want to be in that position. You want to get yourself off and get yourself a hardware wallet. Get yourself one of these and just do the thing. And you'll be happy you did. Because self-custody is what this exchange, this whole entire movement's all about, right? It's about financial freedom. This is our freedom movement. This is our revolution. I wasn't there when they took down the Berlin Wall. Like, we weren't there when, Wall Street movement was like the most recent thing we had, right? Occupy Wall Street. Let's all run around with, V for Vendetta masks on and Guy Fawkes Wall Street and have signs that say, "We are the 1%," or or we're the 99%. Yeah, we are. But now we're the 1%. This is the total flip, the flippening, all assets, all wealth. And crypto is going to do it. And the boomers they're going to get in too late. And the ETFs are their only chance to get a piece of this. And when they're done, they're done. They're not even going to get their Bitcoin back when they settle. So just keep that all in mind. Stuff you got to pitch. I know it's regurgitated. I'm sure you've heard it all over the place. Shout out to some of my favorite crypto influencers out there. You're doing good, man. Everyone's doing great in the space. All right, so kind of want to take a look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart as well. It's been a while since we looked at this. Look how crazy it's gotten since the last time we looked at this. Oh my God. Wow, they added I don't remember this purple one here. Bitcoin's dead. Is that new? Huh. But anyway, we are definitely out of the still cheap. That's for sure. We are now in the... Damn, what is going on with this chart? Oh, this website is collapsing. Boom. We are in the accumulation phase again. That's insane. We were just out of there. This is on the fritz. Holy crap. It is not happy tonight. Anyway, yeah, we're back into accumulate. Which is really surprising because yeah, we were just at HODL a few days ago. Huh, this is... Wait, what? They updated it? This is... Okay, this is what they did. They updated the chart. I was curious as to why that purple one was... I'd never seen that Bitcoin is dead before. Huh. But yeah, yeah, so we're still into HODL. Yeah, we're not moving away from that. What is the difference of these charts now? What are they doing? This is the 2023 rainbow chart. Okay, so this is a new chart. Huh, weird. Anywho, maybe this is adjusted now with the ETFs in play because now it's a whole new ball game. They really did change the entire game when they launched these ETFs. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Yeah, so Bitcoin can't go to 10x from here because it would be bigger than USDP. I agree. I agree. It's going to be very difficult for Bitcoin to get to even $1 million price range, right? And I like to show this a lot. And it's a great tool. It's called the Coin Perspective, thecoinperspective.com. And you can actually take coins. I'm not sure if you've seen this before in the chat, R3A, but yeah, you can take your coins and different projects and compare them by market cap and say, okay, well, what if Bitcoin had the same, I don't know, maybe ETH had the same market cap as Bitcoin? What would it be at? And man, I am not having fun tonight with these websites. They just don't want to load. What is going on? You're leaving me hanging. Oh my God. Anyway, you can see like what Bitcoin or Polkadot would be with, yeah, I don't know, their website's just on the frink. On the freaking edge of the world. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, you can see how much a market cap would push price or vice versa, what a price would have to be, and the market cap reflecting that as well. The only unknown factor is at some point there's going to be a demand that's going to need to be met, and then there's going to be a huge either hyperinflation or a spike in a multiplier effect with Bitcoin. And that's the big unknown. But if we were to just take into account the market cap for Bitcoin to get to a $1 trillion price, I mean $1 trillion price, $1 million price range, we would have to get to about $20 trillion market cap. Yeah, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Kathy Wood's prediction now is actually more bullish than ever. Her original prediction was a $1.5 million Bitcoin by 2030. Now she's upped that to $2.3 million Bitcoin price range by 2030. No, by 2028, I think now, even closer. So that kind of puts Bitcoin into $1 million price range somewhere between 2026 and 2028, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to take too much time to get this market cap up, because Bitcoin is the best performing asset. We already see other countries investing. We already have ETFs coming in other countries. We have other banks getting involved into custodian services, because people don't want to do this. They don't want to put their stuff on a little, hardware device and get it on the ledger and locked to them and have it immutable. They want their banks to do the hard work for them. It's really not that hard of a job to do. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah. You know what? It's funny, R3A. I've actually had thought about that. You know, once my channel does get a little bit bigger, I would like to engage with the community and see what we have to say, and get the opinions out there from our live viewers, because I really think that's where we're gonna start to see more adoption. We need to get people out there to voice their opinion, ask questions, ask the hard questions, like where the hell's the dollar gonna be in reflection to Bitcoin? Like, this is scary stuff, man. I mean, a lot of people, number go up is fun and all, and hopium, I love it, I do, but it's very shocking where we're going to be at in this on this planet, on this earth, when no one wants to buy the dollar, our debt anymore. Like, yikes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's possible this bull cycle to get to $1 million Bitcoin unless we have super hyperinflation, which experts have called for. It's a possibility, but it won't be just based on market cap then. It will be based on the dollar going to zero. And that would be even worse, in my opinion. A US default or something like that would have to occur. But yeah, there's also, if you want to just look at other, that's why I stopped looking at the price of Bitcoin in terms of dollars, and more so just how much Bitcoin do I have, because in the end, we're going to get to the point where we're not going to value Bitcoin in Bitcoins, because one Bitcoin, right? That's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at price of Bitcoin in terms of general products across the entire globe, and I think we're going to start to see a spread of equality in terms of ecosystem economies, right? So we're gonna get some sort of even spread. Right now, for example, if you were making a medium salary, like a median range salary, like $50,000 in America, right now in India, that's about $3,000 amount. That's about $3,000 worth of work in their country, but it's the equivalent, right? And so the price fluctuations are different between countries. It's pretty incredible how much you can live off of an American salary, and when our dollar is so inflated. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go back into that. Coin Perspective is a great tool. I use it all the time on the channel. I really think oh damn, I really appreciate the love, R3A. I really do. It means the world to me that someone out there's in love with the the crypto chaos that I am trying to shake the world with, because we're getting in it. We're getting in it day after day. I'm watching it crumble. I'm watching the dollar go to zero, man. Speaking of which, we didn't dive into this. Fear and Greed. Stock Fear and Greed is 70. Crypto Fear and Greed is at 81. And the dollar is going to zero. 103. It's a 103. It's going up a little bit, actually. It's a 102 just yesterday, I think. So yeah, it came up. We came up a little bit on the dollar. Oh, let's rally around nothing. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the love, R3A. And this is kind of where I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Usually around 9 o'clock. This is a market close day, right? So we just met the market close. Bitcoin got over 69,000, which is very bullish. And over the weekend, we'll see who wants to buy more biddies. Because yeah, we're starting to form a little bit of a recovery pattern. We're still not as high up to get a cup and handle to form, to see a breakout, but who knows? Maybe tonight. We're getting a little bit of a ramp here. That could be turning into a cup and handle pattern. But yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. Hey, Mondo made it. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you are pumping your bags in a big way, making those tendies, because gotta make some money, and you gotta eat. And soon the dollar won't get you a Big Mac, right? It's $18 in some states. It's crazy. Alrighty, well, you guys hopefully have a good night. I come live every day, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every weekday. I'm looking at streaming maybe on the weekends, but I haven't decided yet. Those are kind of my off days, but every weekday I do a live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, look at that. We're about ready to hit 70K again. Test it again for the third time tonight on the stream. And, damn, I hate doing this. I hate going away mid-pump. But yeah, big things are coming. I think, you know, this could play out. Again, it's another measured move. No different than we've done back here, and back here. And then back when the ETFs launched. You know, the same pattern. So I see it coming again. Anyway, have a good night. R3A, thanks for joining. Mondo as well. And yeah, don't forget, don't your dreams be dreams. And buy Bitcoin. Adios, muchacho. Otaku signing off. Later.